Here we're going to continue talking about slicing, but instead of strings like we did in the last video, we're going to talk about slicing collections like lists and tuples. So just to kind of keep building on what we learned last time, we know that there's negative indexes and positive indexes, but here we're going to talk about a collection containing Ferrari, Lambo, and Tesla compared to a list of characters which we know is a string. So we know there's a start and a step, right, parameters that we're going to pass when we do slicing, and very much like the same like we did in the last video. So let's run this and see what happens. We're going to see that we're going to go from 0 to 2, not including 2, so it's not inclusive. So that means 0 and 1. So, oh, I messed up here. This should be 0, this should be 1, and this should be 2. So 0 and 1, that's Ferrari and Lambo are going to be covered. Why? Because that's what we said, from 0 to 2, not including 2. And so that's the way we do it. Just remember that we could do negative, we could do positive, we could do go from, you know, from the end to the front, so using the -1. We could do the step, right? We've covered that in the previous video, so make sure you take a look at that. I'm not going to repeat that. But just to kind of emphasize that we can do slicing on collections like lists and also tuples, right? We could do the same thing with tuples. If we do this, we can see that, of course, we get a tuple, and it's the same thing, same items, same elements, Ferrari and Lambo. Now, one thing you can't do, just to make sure that we note this here, this is why I did this video, just to make sure that we emphasize certain things. When we make a set of these 3 items, we can't do that, right? Because a set is not ordered, right? There's no guaranteed order. So how can we tell Python, hey, Python, slice from this set, you know, from this index to that index? Well, we don't have an index. It's not a sure thing. It's not a guarantee, right? So we can't, so we get this type error. Same thing if we tried to do a dictionary, right? So if we did a dictionary like this in Python, we can't slice this, right? We can't slice this dictionary, but you can, again, a tuple and also a list. Hope this helps.